Hi everyone, this is Bobby from bn-games.com, and we're here doing another classic capture. Today we're playing Wayne Gretzky's 3D Hockey for the Nintendo 64. Now you might be wondering why we're showing you Game Shark right here. We're actually showing you pretty much the way we used to play this game back in the day. We've enabled extra teams. We had considered turning on constant fighting, but we thought you might want to see some hockey along with the video.
Some game.
The two of you that like hockey for the sport and not for the fighting.
Yeah, being over half the season's already.
I want to get at least 1 or 2 shots in.
How much maple syrup does one need to consume?
I don't know. That is Wayne Gretzky, so.
To effectively wield a stick like these guys do.
So we should note we're not sports fans, but this is probably the greatest sports game ever made.
No, well, I don't know, this or NFL Blitz.
Yeah, Blitz.
I prefer this over Blitz.
I prefer this over Blitz too.
Look, they get a weapon. You don't get a weapon in Blitz. This game was made by Midway, which is the same guys who made Blitz, and a number of other arcade games. Released by Atari on the Nintendo 64 in 1998, and this is the first 4-player Nintendo 64 game.
Oh, well, how the fuck did they come out of the ice?
Magic. Right now, me and
they're Canadians.
Yeah. Dude, that's a skill you learn. Tim and I are playing. I'm playing as Blue Circle. Timmy's playing as Yellow Circle. And we're playing as the Williams team. This is actually the developers of the game have their own team in the game, and all their stats are at the max.
Oh, so it's pretty fair.
Yes, always.
Hey, with the rubber band AI, it is
yes,
fair.
they can come back and kick your ass even with
You'll see it in this video. We pull ahead, and in the next round, it's just like they get us one after another.
So my favorite part of this game is checking people.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about knocking dudes out, and Timmy because he gets in the way.
I started knocking more people down after because I got in more fights than you did.
He did. He actually did. He got more fights.
That's kind of rare. I never gotten that many fights before.
So if you don't know who Wayne Gretzky is, he's the Michael Jordan of skates.
He's the Michael Jordan of bacon in Canada and maple syrup.
He's the Tony Hawk of ice skating.
Yeah, that works pretty well.
He kind of looks like Tony Hawk. Or vice versa.
Tony Hawk kind of looks like him.
God,
like Canadian.
What a dick! He had to knock the goalie all the way back.
He wanted to net. So basically, if we were playing this with more people, you could do 2-on-2. You'll switch between your teammates. There are a bunch of options also where you can switch the rate to simulation, but it's an arcade game. This is not meant to be a simulation. I mean, the fact that I'm hitting a dude and he's doing like a double somersault in midair should pretty much tell you that fact.
That doesn't really happen in hockey.
The fact that the goal sets on fire or gets no,
that happens in real life. I watch Mighty Ducks.
Hey, there's not even enough players on the team for the flying.
When he gets knocked back, that was knocked back. Taking it back. I remember that shit.
God damn.
And so you have a turbo button which recharges pretty quickly. When you see a black triangle under you, that means you've used your turbo. When it's white, that means your turbo is recharged. Right now, I'm gonna kick this guy's ass.
I gotta say, this was an impressive thing back in the day because I mean, this was actually like a pretty good fighting engine, especially to be in a sports game.
And there's no penalty. I just walk away. It's like, alright, kicked his ass.
Yeah, that's true. It's not like you know the new games. It's like, oh yeah, there's actually a penalty box.
This game is totally worth owning on your Nintendo 64 if you have a Nintendo 64. I don't think it's on the Virtual Console. I think it's only available still in the cartridge form.
Yeah, I don't think so.
There was a version released on the PlayStation, but to be honest with you, the Nintendo 64 version is...
Well, there was even a second one on the 64 because I think it was like Wayne Gretzky 99 or 98. Yeah.
Don't have that one. I actually have to get that one.
Yeah, I haven't tried it because I mean there is another one on the PlayStation. I think it's the PS2 actually.
Generally speaking, when we play Nintendo 64 games, it's really hard to use that N64 controller again. I think generally, like GoldenEye, for example, you know, one joystick is really painful.
The one I felt's the worst
Perfect
is
Dark?
No, not even that. South Park.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That was the worst
terrible
one for me.
I
mean, it wasn't even inverted, and it felt inverted.
But I'll tell you that this game, I picked up the controller, and I pretty much remembered everything right off the bat, and it was completely intuitive.
I was actually able to play it better than I ever have. which I mean was a surprise for me, especially going back to a 64 controller.
Yeah, usually, like I said, usually N64 controller, it's, you know, they make fun of it for a reason. I mean, it was okay for the time, but once you've, you know, used a dual analog stick controller, a modern day thing, you think, wow, I'm going to go back to this. And then the joystick on the N64, it's
not very accurate at all.
Yeah, no, this is one of those games. Let's forget to.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you're a dick. Keep knocking me down.
It's one of those games.
This is where I'm just like, I'm just gonna keep hitting the check button.
And you can trip.
Fuck.
Yeah. So, Marco, when did you first play this?
Whenever the hell I had my N64, I don't remember.
So never.
Yes.
We had, I don't know how we got this game.
My dad bought it. It was one of. Yeah, I think he bought it with the system when he got it for us.
No. We had launch day system because we had Pilot Wings, Mario, and Cruising. This was after. This was released a little bit after.
Oh, you know what, Ben? This was when my mom bought us all those games.
Blast Corps,
Shadows, this...
I remember that day. That was pretty good.
Yeah, because she got us like 6 games.
Toys R Us, just like,
And she bought you a fucking Game Boy Advance. Not Advance, Color.
Color.
Yeah, no.
I think I picked this up along with Cruising. Yeah.
This was a better game than Cruising.
Oh yeah,
by far.
For sure.
This is, you know, and this one, you know, we've played this one for, I mean, like I said, we had Game Shark. There were some really crazy Game Shark codes that we don't have anymore. You know, probably
You didn't save your Bible of fucking codes.
Oh, man.
It's like a million sheets of printed
Well, I also used
binary.
to also create the codes, too. I had, remember the VHS it used to come with?
Well, the VHS.
Like, I created the code in Pilot Wings for infinite fuel for the rocket back in the day it was, because there was no final code for that and you had to use a certain version, and I found the hex value for it, and I set that and I submitted it and they used it. A little bit of history there for you. Different game, but we'll have to mention it again. But this game, I mean, you don't have to be a sports fan at all. You don't have to be a sports fan. You don't have to be a hockey fan. You don't need to know who the guy is. You
just gotta have fun knocking people down.
You just gotta know he's a Canadian that wants to punch people and stands against everything America stands for.
Yeah, don't want to pay taxes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been to Washington. You know, they blur the line there.
Pretty close.
Yes.
They're just like us.
Yes.
What is the Canadian equivalent of a hawk?
A moose.
Okay. Oh, fair enough then.
I thought it was a beaver.
I've been to Canada. I'm the only one of us who has.
So he would be Tony.
You didn't go to Canada. You were like.
I was there for a little bit. It was long enough. It was like, oh, it's just like Washington.
Well, what would be the Canadian equivalent of Tony?
Wayne Gretzky. I thought we already discussed.
Okay, wait. So he's Wayne Gretzky Moose to the Tony Hawk. Interesting.
What?
I see. I'm making connections in my head.
He's trying to say Tony Hawk versus Wayne Moose.
Yeah. Yeah.
He just don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. I'm feeling.
You're offending all the Canadians who are going to watch it.
All two of them?
Yes.
You know, we're such a powerful force in Canada.
I think we get more views in Britain than we do in Canada. We actually have a pretty big British following, so how would we equate that? No. David Beckham.
Okay. Oh,
there we go.
There we go. Taking care of. And he's on the LA team. It's okay.
Yes.
But it's for soccer.
Oh, and then you control your guy around.
Spin him. I don't know. I mean, not a lot to say. It's just the game is cheap. You can pick it up for like $2-3 on eBay. Maybe a little bit more. Let's say $5 even. Not including the box. Having not played the sequel, I can't say if it's better or not at this point. When we do that video eventually, when I pick up that game, then we can make that determination. If Blitz 2001 is versus Blitz 2000 is any kind of yardstick to go by, 2001 was much better, so maybe the sequel will be. But from childhood perspective, We just played this one. This, Battle Tanks, Global Assault, of course, GoldenEye, and eventually Perfect Dark. That was later.
Yeah, well, that was one of the last ones because that's kind of what killed our first 64.
Let's put it this way. This is part of was part of the normal rotation, you know, on the Nintendo side. Because if it wasn't that, we're playing Tony Hawk on the PSP. Well, yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, because I would say the only other sports game like that I honestly seriously remember playing was on the SNES for the Ken Griffey Jr. baseball.
That one, yeah, that was pretty good also. Because I used to hit everybody.
Home run derby. Oh, come on!
Shit, we gotta do that one now. That's gonna be next week's episode.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And here, wait for the triple hit. We're gonna all do a triple hit here. Triple hit, here it comes. It's gonna be the best thing you've ever seen. And remember that very specifically. Alright everyone, well this was a classic capture for Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey for the Nintendo 64. Totally worth your money, especially for the price. For your Nintendo 64 collection, it should be there. If you've never played it and you're not a sports fan, believe me, you don't need to be, because I am not one. Hockey, though, is probably the best sport because you're given a weapon and you're given blades.
And they cancel half the season anyway.
Oh, man. You just pissed off everybody. We just lost subscribers.
Canada, we love you.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.